Da da da.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. It is so awesome to be with everybody in the Innervision FM universe. I'm Alan C. Got Johnny J in the house. Today we got Innervision FM music news, uh, arts and entertainment, and we've got a good calendar show for you. What is today? Oh my gosh, it's the
The
13th. Do you know,
lucky
guys?
one.
Check this out. It's Tuesday the 13th. Oh, wait. No, I guess it's not very funny. It is just a week out from my birthday. I'll be born January 21st, 55 years ago, folks. So send Johnny J some money.
Oh,
You can do that by visiting www.innervisionrecords.org. And if you got a topic you want to have us feature, don't forget Johnny with an IE. That's Johnny with an IE. www.innervisionrecords.org is the website. What you want to do is go ahead and email him at what's a good is that info at Innervision
oh no, no.
Records? No,
That's no longer.
that
It's
one's
just
no
the
longer.
Johnny Records
Is it
dot org.
Johnny at innervisionrecords.org?
Yep, that's
So
it.
Johnny at innervisionrecords.org. That's Johnny with an IE. We got some housekeeping. Don't forget when you are shopping at Walmart, don't forget to round up to your next purchase using the Spark Good Foundation. It's real easy, especially in this day and age when you're using a service, if you're blind, calling itself IRA. It's an
Mm,
AI service app. It's got human in the loop, so if you get stuck, it'll help you.
yeah.
Um,
And I gotta
but
thank them because we're now on Twitter,
you know,
and I went on Ira, and they helped me hook it together, and then went on TikTok, and TikTok wants some crazy stuff. They want to know that I guess I'm using YouTube to go to them to go to TikTok. So they want you to take a picture to show that you can get into the back room of YouTube to prove it's you.
right, right. Yeah, so there's a bunch of hoops you got to jump through. Folks, you can learn all about that kind of stuff. Don't forget to email Johnny directly at innervisionrecords.org. That's Johnny at innervisionrecords.org.
Mm,
He'll either he or he'll tell me and I'll send him the PDFs, but
mm.
we'll hook you up with the PDFs on how this stuff's done. In fact, last year last year this time we were promising free workshops. We got them. So sign up, folks. Hurry up, get it done
Mm.
because it's never a better time to get a job. It's music is what we support, and we support human in the loop here. We do AI work. Check out Johnny. He's got an AI crew.
Yes.
How do you label that?
It's a Crew with the Krew, and I'm putting out songs every week up until the 30th of this month. I may put out a couple more. I think I'm up to 12 songs, and then we'll put out the album, and then we will we will boost it. I'm sort of kind of like waiting for what's that thing called? Uh, another grant to come in. So because we're kind of strapped for money. It's like we have to make one grant last for either 5 or 10 months.
Well, it's interesting with grant stuff. It does take a little bit of a turnaround time. So
Oh
you'll
yeah.
write a grant proposal, and sometimes it'll take 3 months for that thing to turn around. So even when
Or
you,
we did one March 8th of last year.
right,
They told us we had it December 10th, but they won't release the money until sometime in February.
right. Sometimes they will wait for almost a year to go ahead and those are sometimes endowments though. That's odd that it's taken a long time to get
Yeah.
that kind of a grant. Anyway, so we've got a fun show for you guys tonight. What do you want to start, Johnny?
Well, we're going to be talking about this. The first African American lady, in 1955, she was able to perform at the Metropolitan Arts. Johnny, and speaking, Johnny Cash, performing at Folsom Prison. After he did a stint in jail and
Yeah,
found music, and that really and found God, and that really set him on another path. And then he fell off for a few minutes.
he did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and then he met Joan. Yeah, Joan Cash. No, well, she's now young. And then she got with him, and I think he divorced his first wife and
Right.
got with her,
Yeah,
and then it just went from there. Had a very interesting life. And then
absolutely. 1975, premiere of Wheel of Fortune, it looks like. So is that Pat Sajak or is that no, that's Jeopardy. Uh
yeah, yeah,
who did Wheel of Fortune?
Jack say Jack.
Oh, was
I
it?
think it was Jack. Yeah. And then also the Apple uh changing music, the way we listen to music, that came out in 2000. And then Steve Jobs introducing us to the iPhone in
Yeah,
2007. It just
2007.
seemed like it was just yesterday. I
Yeah,
remember I had a flip phone just like Star Trek.
yeah.
And then the next thing you know, we got these uh, iPhones.
I want to say a special shout out to Sweet G and the crew. Sweet G is instrumental in me getting an actual smartphone. Up until 2017, I didn't even own a smartphone. So, or was it 2019?
You know,
Holy smoke!
they need to give her a check. She's the one who that convinced me. I was dragging my feet and says, "You gotta do this. You gotta do this." And I said, "No."
Sweet G, ladies and gentlemen, is a featured artist on Innervision FM. So check her stuff out. Go ahead and go to the YouTube channel. There's some stuff probably up there from a couple of few years ago that she's featured on.
No.
Namely, what was there, a 2023 release or 2022
Yeah.
release of an album you
And
did?
and their song, I put it out there again. It's a hollow stream, and I put it out on one of my the let's see. Is she on the Innervision? No, she's not on the Innervision.
He's on a
Well, she's not.
compilation.
Yeah, but she's. I was gonna put her on the Experience, but I put her on this other album called "Pardon Me." Something about "Pardon Me." Yeah, but just look up Sweet G and the Crew, and she spells it KR. That's how I got the
Yeah, right, right.
KRW. So you can't miss her, and her songs are streaming. I need to get her in my regular artist list because her songs are, especially around Halloween.
Right,
So
right.
I got to get that back into my list of songs.
So we're back in 1975. Led Zeppelin trashes, let's see. Led Zeppelin fans trashed the Boston Garden back in 1975. Also, Marian Anderson becoming the first African American performing is it the
The
first pop opera or
Metropolitan,
something?
Metropolitan Opera
Oh,
Center.
okay. Is that what that is?
Hmm.
Wow.
Hey, have you
62.
ever watched the Flintstones? They had this one show, and I don't know if they ever described it, but Fred and Barney was bowling, and Barney accidentally dropped the bowling ball on Fred's feet, and Wilma and Betty were at an opera, and he's turning red, and he switches over to the lady, and her mouth is wide open. She has a
Right.
pair of horns
Yes.
and a pitchfork, and you think that that's Fred who just turned into a
It
devil.
just turned into a devil.
It's so funny.
Hey, speaking of devils, I guess you saw a couple of different artists in concert
Oh, yeah.
live. One being Pat Benatar.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. Um, dude, she was known as psychotic when she was
She
first out.
was.
Oh
Wow.
yeah, dude. She was a crazy girl.
Huh.
Female rock icons back in those days were not a thing. And
Mm.
well, I mean, I shouldn't say they were not a thing. It was just rare.
Very rare, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you had Diana Ross, you had Aretha Franklin come
H-
up, you had
Heart, heart.
Patti LaBelle, you had Hart. Oh my gosh, you had all these other, but you had certain niches of artists that would come up. Well, Pat Benatar was one of these. She had a killer, awesome guitar player, awesome,
Oh
awesome,
yeah.
awesome, awesome guitar player, and she had an awesome voice. But she looked the absolutely crazy. Somebody you
You
did
know,
not want to mess with. You
when
did
she was on stage, I gotta say, I don't know
mm,
what it is. She's short. I think she's
yeah,
like 5'2", something like
five
that.
foot two, right, right,
But she would always, while she's singing, she would always be pulling her sleeves up, like,
right.
and I'm kind of thinking, like, why do people do that? I mean, is it?
Eh, I don't know.
I
Maybe
couldn't
it's
get the
a
concept of like, why are you pulling up your sleeves? Are they that long that they're gonna go over
maybe
your?
it's a confidence thing. You're pushing your sleeves up as if you're getting ready to go to work. Let's go to work. Rah. Who knows? Don't forget to toss a comment down below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. That's our bread and butter is the comments because tell you
Hmm.
what, when you leave a comment, you support my dog. Hmm.
Oh yeah.
Support my puppy, huh? I love the puppy. The puppy's good. Yeah, you got some
Hmm.
earlier I was eating some it's called Mexican sweet cake. You know what it was, folks? It was just toast with some frosting in the middle. We got some other
Hmm.
stuff in the show for you tonight. Where
Yeah.
are we going to go next, Johnny?
And then let's see. Oh yeah. I think Rod Stewart. Now he's born 1945,
Wow. So
and
he's my dad's age. So shout out to Rod Stewart. Uh, is it his birthday today? Is that?
on the 10th, his birthday was also on the 10th
Oh, it was on the
of
10th.
January.
Okay.
And he I seen him once at Fiddler's Green, and
Yeah.
he had a, I don't know if of an album, but he had a female, that part in Maggie, I wish you never saw you, that part
Yeah.
was says ding 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 ding. It was a female doing that part,
Whoa.
right? And I don't know if she has always been doing that part or it's
No,
just for this tour.
no,
But yeah.
no, no. I remember the lady that he picked up for the tour. I can't remember her name. But he did a couple of different albums with some well-known folks. Didn't he do something with ask your phone if he did something with Adele?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Has Rod Stewart ever performed with Adele? Okay.
What's it say? Probably not Adele, but somebody else I'm trying to think of.
Oh, oh, they did it live. I don't wanna talk about it. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
wanna talk about it. My
Um,
heart. I love that song, man. Oh man.
yeah, so that's some good stuff. So you got to see Rod Stewart, you got to see Pat Benatar. How were those shows for you? Did you enjoy them?
Well, okay, past Benatar, that was indoors, and it was back when I had enough sight where I use binoculars,
Right.
and people must
Right.
have thought I was strange. Like, what is this guy using binoculars? But I want to see her,
And
and of
yeah.
course with the binoculars, I mean, you can go
Zoom
like
in.
zoom
Yep.
in and
Yep.
stuff.
Yep. Yep.
So that was pretty cool. And then
Right.
Rod Stewart, I think I was my retina had to test,
Right.
but the sound quality and just the way the choreography, it almost sounded like I was there in front of the stage with them, like just really getting into it. And he told stories and I think I even seen like Tina Turner at the Fiddler's Green, and that was a fantastic. And then Scorpion, that was a fantastic show. Oh man, oh man, I've seen so many great bands and stuff like that.
Well, Benatar really did bring a bunch of grit to the stage. I mean, she had it going on. Rod Stewart had his
Yeah.
unique voice. Uh, you know, the control and passion of Pat Benatar really stood out, whereas I wasn't a Rod Stewart fan myself. But don't forget to like, share, subscribe, toss a comment down below. Which ones are the favorites of you out there in the Innervision FM universe? Because we got to hear from you.
Oh yeah. definitely. Yeah, I remember the one song I learned of his, and it was the Maggie May one. And you got to remember what parts go first, because I stole my daddy's cue and made a living out of playing pool, and then so you have to remember like this part comes, and sometimes I would do that at a karaoke,
Yeah.
and some people say he's not reading the words, he's doing all the words without, because if you're blind, you just
Yeah, you can't
you
look at the
can't
screen.
look
You
at the
can't do any of
monitor.
that. It's a little bit different with an iPhone, especially if you've got a Braille display. You kind of got a leg up on
Hmm.
things. But, speaking of Braille displays, they're expensive, but there is hope. We're working on what I'm calling a Kairos node communicator or a keyboard note communicator. It's going to be designed to be fairly cheap, so stay
Hmm.
tuned for that. Not doing any advertisement thus far because I got to build the thing. Graveyard ethically sourced parts from old dead Braille displays is what I need. I can send a bill of material if that's something you're looking for. If you want to build your own, don't forget to email Johnny. That's Johnny with an IE at innervisionrecords.org. And if you got a
Hmm.
topic that you want to see featured, don't forget to let us know that as well.
Yeah. January 6th, let's see, January 6th, 1975, Wheel of Fortune premieres.
Yeah, I mentioned that with Pat Sajak.
Okay, and of course you said 1975,
Huh?
over 2,000 Led Zeppelin fans trashed that amphitheater garden. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
Boston
a lot
Garden.
of people.
Yeah, that's a lot of people, man. I'll tell you what. We definitely try to bring nothing but the news here. We try to bring you nothing but truth for sure. And um if we're talking about political stuff, political events, sometimes we try to bring you both sides of the situation so that you can make your own informed decision. But hey, we are Trump supporters here, so deal with it.
Yeah. And then 1946, uh, on the 8th of January, Elvis Presley received his first guitar.
Right.
His dad bought him a guitar. Wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool, man. Wow. So, I mean, do you guys, any of you guys remember when you got your first instrument? There's a commercial. It's a PSA about Meals on Wheels. And this guy, I guess he's about 80 years old. He says, he said the first president's parents ever got him was his radio in 1940. I said, whoa, 1940. And then, he started playing instruments. And then he says his wife used to cook for him. And then when she died, now he gets, meals from Meals on Wheels. And I guess
Wow.
sometimes, I guess they come over and they sit down and talk to you a little bit while they're, putting out your food and stuff like that, which is interesting service. Interesting service, Meals on Wheels. But and I don't know why I brought that up. Oh, your first instrument. That's why my mind goes many different places. Yeah. So
It's kind of funny. Back in the day, if we go way, way back into history, in 1768, the first circus was staged. So that's kind of interesting. Man, circuses themselves gave rise to carnivals, I would guess, or did carnivals give rise to circuses? Don't forget to toss that down in the comments down below. What do you guys think about that? Because they do
hmm,
feed off of each other. When you've got a carnival set up in your local area, uh, go visit it because, man, carnivals are just so much fun. In fact, go ahead and volunteer for a bit. Yeah, become a carny for a bit. Those are fun.
yeah. Hey, George just said he just got back from running some errands.
Okay.
So he said like thumbs up. So he may join us tonight.
May join us for the last little.
Yeah. So that's really cool. And then once again, we want to ask people to share this because it just helps other people to to follow
Well,
us.
it helps the algorithms, helps people follow us because what we try to do, folks, is get folks employed. So if you're looking for employment, don't forget to hit Johnny J up for some AI prompting material that's guaranteed to get you a job. Now, I can't say
Mm,
guaranteed because we're on YouTube and stuff like that. So I can't say, oh, it's guaranteed to get.
uh,
Listen, folks, I'm blind. I'm unemployed. There's 70 to 90% of us that are unemployed.
mm,
You're if you choose to try to get some sort of help via the AI prompting material that we have available through Innervision FM, and to get you a job, hey, we want to hear from you. So I want you to hit Johnny up right now. That's Johnny with an IE. www.innervisionrecords.org is where the website lives. But hit Johnny up directly. Johnny at innervisionrecords.org. Don't forget, because it's important, especially when you're looking for a job. If you want a leg up and you want a stand in that will advocate for you, artificial intelligence is the way to go because it's cold logic. Now, you mix that with warm logic or human in the loop, you're set and you will get a job because I guarantee you this. I won't quit. I won't give up. And I know there are folks just like us out here in the Innervision FM universe just trying to make it day by day. Let's lift each other up. Let's give each other hope. It's the 250th birthday of the
mm.
United States of America this year. So let's
Oh
celebrate
yeah.
all year long. Let's let's let patriotism back out of the bag and not this fake um, patriotism, but the real stuff where we love our neighbor as ourselves. We love the Lord our God with our heart, mind, soul, strength, all that. It's awesome. And yeah, if you don't believe in God, that's cool. We can still love our neighbor as ourselves. That's a immutable spiritual law. So
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
now,
And tonight,
1976. Speaking of 1976,
oh wait a minute, wait a minute.
Sylvester Stallone begins filming Rocky, and looks like for that he actually had to give away his dog. He couldn't sell the thing, or maybe he did sell the thing, but he was in front of a liquor store, and he's like, "Man, I just want to give my dog a good home." And so I think somebody gave him some money. Maybe they didn't give him some money, whatever. Maybe they did give him some money, and that's all he had to live on. Well, Rocky became one of the best selling films of all time.
Hmm, definitely. Oh, and then 1776, the first Martin circus was staged. It's kind of interesting. You ever wonder, like, when did the circus start?
Right?
17, was it 1768?
1768. Yeah,
Yeah.
1768. Um, let's see what else we got here. In
Now,
1979, pop stars gather at the UN Music for UNICEF. What is UNICEF? Is that a NGO or is that a nonprofit? They do stuff with children, right?
yeah, yeah, pretty much, yeah. Yeah. Now, well,
They had a concert back
television,
in
television,
1979.
January 12th. We're getting close.
Yeah, we're getting closer.
1926. Now, wait, what was this? Oh, Amos and
Well,
Andy.
Amos and Andy. Now these guys are famous. They're
Chicago radio, yes. Funny.
what Amos and Andy are a well-known talk show duo, if I remember correctly.
Mhm.
Uh, you know what, folks? Tell me a little
Mm.
bit about Amos and Andy. I'm a little shaky. I'm
They developed all these black characters. There was two white guys, and then they developed all these black characters. Then what they did was they wanted to bring it to TV, but they just couldn't, put on blackface and do all these characters. So they had to
so
pick out characters who are comedians and actors to match the
wow.
characters that
So
they were
they
doing.
so they pioneered comedy.
Yeah, yeah. So
And they built bridges between the white and black community.
mm. Yes, definitely, definitely. And then what? And then it was very a popular show, but then people started complaining, and it's like don't realizing that. Look, here you got these people playing doctors, lawyers, and stuff like that,
Right.
and
Never would have had a shot except for
like,
Amos and
bro,
Andy.
and so sometimes you people they get too sensitive, whatever. So, and
Back in
remember,
1981, we are looking at Dynasty premiering on ABC. Dynasty was an offshoot of a show called Dallas, I believe.
yes, yeah, I believe so, yeah. And you remember like when Prince in the song, you don't have to watch Dynasty to have an attitude. Yeah. And I
Ah,
remember like, I like that when I guess you put popular things into music and
absolutely.
like little referrals of different things. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, pop culture becomes art, and when culture starts flowing downstream and influencing itself. So basically, what you had was Big Texas was getting big back in those days because oil. They had to have something to gin up the energy crisis that was going on and give people hope. So back in these days, we were coming right off of Jimmy Carter's term as president and right into President Ronald Reagan. Some would say he was one of the greatest presidents in history. Others don't like him so much. It's kind of like a Trump thing. Some people say that Trump's doing a great job, and other people, not so sure. But so,
Yeah, you can't please everybody, I guess. But anyway, like I said, we have to be there in about 90 minutes. So I guess we're gonna mm, call the show Hasta la Vista, or what is it called? Au revoir, or any, any one of those things, or Banzai, or something like
Banzai!
that.
Or
Oh man.
see
Oh,
you later,
no,
alligator.
wait, don't forget the
Don't
first
forget to support disabled artists. Don't forget to
Corinthians,
listen and share. And
First
we really need the
Corinthians.
comments, and we need you to subscribe, set your notifications bell to all. Make sure that that's done because this way, when we go live next, you'll get to get a live. Oh,
Mm,
don't forget to email Johnny directly, and you'll be added to the newsletter. That's Johnny at innervisionrecords.org. He'll add you right to the newsletter. This way, you'll stay in the loop.
and Corinthians 15. If you haven't gotten saved yet, you know, look into it. Ask God to show you who He is, and He's there not for necessarily the healthy, but He's there for the sick. So hey,
You
it
know,
works.
I gotta just tell these folks this before we go, Johnny.
All right,
I've known you since what,
90 something.
1991, easy. We started going to college in 95 together for sure, but I met you back in 91. And uh you were doing a movie called Even Me back in those days.
Yes,
Uh you wrote a book, it's on Amazon.
six
It's called
days
Six
of
Shades of
blindness.
Blindness, right? Right.
Yeah.
And throughout the time that I've known you, well, at least since 1994, you've been doing this gig. You've been
Mm,
supporting artists who are disabled, whether they're physically disabled or financially challenged or both. You've been doing the hard work of getting exposure to these guys. Now, I've just got to thank you because, if it hadn't been for folks like yourself, man, where do people come to learn about getting their music exposure? Well, you come to innervisionrecords.org because that's where we're going to tell you how it is. You're going to need a street team. You're going to need some help. And so
mm,
Johnny J is in the business of making sure that gets done. He's a DJ. He gets out there and mixes music for weddings, things like this. We do these podcasts as much as we can every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We support the music that you listen to. So we need you to go ahead and toss a comment down below. Hey, what are some things you're listening to right now in 2026? We want to get a good beat on the young population because, hey, we got a future to fill with employed individuals, and AI is the way of the future. So go hit Johnny up directly. And we'll get you set up with some good ways to get employed, whether it be in music, whether it be in whatever you're looking for. We'll help you out.
Right. All right, you guys, we're going to call it a night. We'll see you